All right, and welcome back here. We got yourselves some more IESF Asia qualifiers, and this time we're moving to Southeast Asia. We got ourselves a good matchup between Malaysia and the Philippines, and it's probably the marquee matchup of the entire qualifier, if I had to say so.
Yeah, Philippines probably one of the favorites to take it all. Malaysia, I don't know if I would put them in the top 2 with the current lineup. Probably top 3, top 4 material for sure, though, which is the field here is very competitive.
Yeah, very.
Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines. It's going to be incredibly hard to really eke out a spot. But for me, definitely Philippines, their practice team together should be first place, maybe second place at the worst.
I would say the two teams I expect to come out of this are probably Myanmar and Philippines. Probably Philippines at 1, Myanmar at 2.
Yeah, I can see that.
But Thailand could definitely make it. And
I'm so good Malaysia in theory. It's just on paper they're a little bit weaker and less practice together.
And I will say, if they make it, sometimes these rosters aren't the rosters that stay together when these big tournaments happen. So let's take a look at the Filipino roster as we've got ourselves the roster coming up for this squad. And you should know them, because if you're following Southeast Asia Dota right now, I mean, for Malaysia, it's Zhao Yu, it's CDR, it's Wonderboy, Rodion, and Lloyd. So you got yourself some decent players. And I guess Rodion is Ayad. Or Ayad.
I think so.
Yeah, it would make sense. I just can't check because he's got a red link on Wikipedia. So I don't exactly know. Yeah, Malaysian roster looks all right. I mean, again, compared to the Malaysian roster, we saw the Asian games that was Ghost and JT and you know, X Nova and all those guys. It definitely is not, you know, I would say a first place definite team, but it's definitely a team that can get there. It's definitely a team that can get you to the Asian Championship for sure. I think this is a decent squad.
As said, not in my personal top 2, but could definitely still make it. It doesn't mean anything, right? They're just like a little bit worse on paper. Just another practice team. They're sort of a mix thrown together, but anything can work for sure.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the other roster. It is the Filipino roster that's going to be coming up on your screen this time. So be taking a look. And the Filipino roster, you should know it. It's going to be, from what I'm seeing on Wikipedia, it's supposed to be the Execration squad. So Abat, Lewis, Tino, Shanks, and CML. I don't know if they're using their Filipino squad IDs in this little overlay here.
Ooh. Their coach is actually also JL. So yeah, it is pretty much the entire Execration lineup. And you already said it. They already qualified to another tournament yesterday.
Yeah, so they qualified for Elite League, which is in Lima.
Yeah. So they're definitely in high spirits.
Yeah.
And they're good to go. They know their drafts. They know their gameplay. Let's go.
And it's a BO1. You know, they're in high spirits right now. They qualified for Lima. The thing that's going to be good, though, for Execration is, like, you go to Elite League, that's LAN experience. Straight up. So, like, you'll have LAN experience coming in, because this Execration lineup hasn't gotten much LAN experience, I would say. I think this Elite League is going to be their first LAN experience in a while for some of these guys.
Yeah, and as you said, it's very, very valuable to have this sort of experience.
Yeah.
Most amateur players, really what they lack when they go into the big stage is really just an experience. They get overwhelmed by the atmosphere, by the people, by the pressure that's coming in, and for a lot of people, what they need to overcome that is really just getting used to it. So any sort of exposure towards that helps a lot.
Definitely. And we'll have to see of course, how that goes on and how that ends up being. But, and now we've got the lineup here, or the draft below us, and I'm looking at Execration's run as they went 2-0 over Salvation Gaming, 2-0 over Bleed, which has Jackie, Emo, Zeal, Pelosin, and Say from that IHC squad, or formerly from that IHC squad. Then they beat Neon 2-1, and then they beat TNC Predator, which the new TNC is Palos, Yaoi, Cox, Jing, and Cuckoo. And they beat them 3-1. Like, they played really well. They really played around. I would say Storm Spirit was a big one for them, and Marcy was really big for them. And Marcy gets picked by Malaysia to try and take that away, I would say.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see the different approaches from all the different regions as well. Like, SEA is probably going to be completely different from Central Asia, and then Central Asia is going to be completely different from Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has like their own flavor they really follow. But we'll see. Storm Spirit still a very strong option even here.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant team back.
Clockwork. Okay, against Marcy.
I like Clockwork, but yeah, against Marcy is definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, because Marcy has like two ways to kind of get herself away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's if Marcy is. Because if you're going for Clockwork, I don't know if you'll necessarily see Marcy. Because Marcy has been played in all positions except mid, basically.
Yeah. Marcy is a super versatile hero. Yeah. My least favorite lane that I've seen this entire patch, because it was just literally unbeatable. Marcy IO is just ridiculously dumb.
That is true.
They give each other lifesteal, they give each other regen. It's literally unlosable, I think, that lane. There's nothing you can do about it. So, am I expecting an IO ban? I don't even know if they really like the combo. We'll see. This Malaysia, well, we can't really call them squad team, is, yeah, it's a little bit of an unknown to me, because I don't know how they function together, how much they have practiced together, what sort of style they're using. So it's going to be a very fun, interesting first match for us, because of course the first one was being played off stream, which they handily took in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. So you talk about chemistry and all that, and I feel like, the Philippines are definitely in form. There's no way around it. They're gonna be in the best form, I think.
Sounds about right. Now,
10 seconds remaining.
They banned the Brewmaster, of course, and pick up the Chaos Knight. That's something we have seen today on stream, how hard of a counter that really is. So it makes a lot of sense. Now, what do they want to pair up the Marcy with? Or is it just a support Marcy, and they can go for something like a Gyrocopter as well?
They could go Gyro. And you go Snapfire for now, so the draft is still sitting pretty open. Although Snap usually a 4 position, so if it's going to be a Marcy at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a 5. But you could swap them either or. Yeah.
Could be. Although I'm a big fan of that Marcy axe. Like that silence is incredible.
That silence is great, yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Phoenix. We have seen the same answer also to the Chaos Knight earlier today. Very strong. Very potent.
And you need somebody to really figure out who's going to be the egg hitter. You don't have one at the moment.
10 seconds remaining.
Let me take a look at what they were playing the other day for Elite League. Because I don't truthfully know if they played against a Phoenix yesterday. Did they? They played against the Phoenix twice. But one time they had a Marcy and an Ursa. And then the other time they had Muerta, Centaur, Dragonite, Elder Titan, Razor. And then the time before that was Marcy again, with Snapfire. So by picking
Marcy absolutely destroys Phoenix.
So they basically picked 2 egg breakers and then the egg.
Yeah. But this time around, breaking the egg is going to be very difficult for the Philippines. Hopefully, Malaysia doesn't deny their own egg. Won't be a problem.
Dire team pick.
In the one time that they didn't have Marcy or Snapfire, Execration had Troll, Puck, Centaur, CM Tiny. And Techie's has been out of the meta for a while. Except in my pubs. I swear to God.
It's a great hero.
Oh, man.
His damage output is still insane.
The damage output is good in what role? Please answer this question honestly.
4?
Thank you. In 4. That's fine. 4 Techies support, I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that. But for some reason, in my bracket, the trend has just been Techies mid.
I mean, Thompson has been doing that for a while. It's not that great, but you know, if you're super snowball and you know exactly what you're doing, which, spoiler alert, most people don't.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. With my bracket, when you're like, yeah, well, Thompson does it. Yeah, well, Thompson won TI.
Twice.
So, yeah, he's doing it. You are nothing. I'm nothing. Like, stop playing Techies mid. I told the other I all chatted. I said to the other team, you should all double down because we lose this game. Then they all doubled down. We lost. I should have got half their MMR.
No, you kind of sabotaged your own team. Like, mentally, you already lost at the beginning, you know?
Dude, the Techies got whipped. It wasn't us.
10 seconds remaining.
Pango gets picked up. Pango just never dies.
5 seconds remaining.
You know, Mars for the longest time, and I'm surprised Mars doesn't get picked up as much anymore, but Mars for the longest time was just in the meta straight, right? Now Pango has been in the meta always, even when they try to nerf him.
I still think the new Mars is pretty damn strong still.
Yeah, so do I. I think the facet is great.
Anything that reduces or removes ally vision is just insane. Actually. Well, Mars Phoenix would be a great combo here if they wanted to do that, but it kind of locks Marcy into... Well, I guess Snapfire could still be mid, but mid Snapfire isn't really a thing anymore.
Radiant team back.
Ember Spirit against the Pangolier, Cookie, Cutter, standard answer. We see that a lot. It's pretty good in the lane, truth be told.
Still need an egg hitter.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What do you want to go for in terms of an egg hitter? Like CK, yeah, he could be your off laner. You can go mid Pango and go a different safe laner. You could still back up to that troll. Wouldn't hate that.
Troll is okay.
Team back.
Yeah, it's good against Chaos Knight as well. Medusa? I'm a big Medusa fan. You know that. I think Medusa is great, especially with Phoenix. Ember Spirit, great combo.
10 seconds remaining.
Why is Face's voice so dead?
Team back.
Would you say why is Face's Void dead?
Yeah.
I saw it a lot in Elite League. It's not dead in SEA.
Oh, yeah. Good. I think the hero is still insane strong.
Yeah, I can see that.
10 seconds.
Can definitely see that.
So that's an option. What else is an option? Nope, that one is out. I mean, CK causes a lot of problems for a lot of carries. I think Medusa is honestly the pick here. Medusa or Troll?
For whom?
For Malaysia.
Okay. I thought Troll works for the Philippines too. You throw CK in the off lane.
It does, but then your lineup is very greedy. Which can work.
I don't think this lineup really punishes you so far from Malaysia, though.
The band is Storm and SF, so they think the Pango is offlane?
Offlane? It could be.
Phantom Lancer.
PL, now you definitely just... You say, hey, yeah, you're going to pick PL? Well, we're going to just pick Medusa straight into you. and then just try to beat the counter. Now, Timber works.
You may now
You throw
select
CK
your
safe lane,
heroes.
Pango mid, or even Timber mid, truthfully. You can do either.
I am worried for this PL. PL does not match up very well into
They threw the Timber
at least
mid.
Pango or Timber.
Yeah.
In fact, Pango is considered a hard counter to PL.
Is that why they threw it in the off lane?
No, but why did you pick PL into a Pango? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
I will see. It's an offlane Marcy. Marcy always has a lot of potential, of course. That silence can definitely rip apart it.
10
Philippine
seconds
squad.
remaining.
But the lane shouldn't be that easy against Chaos Knight
5
and
seconds
probably
remaining.
Clockwork, I'd assume.
Right.
Yeah, I think I like the Philippines draft a little bit better. Don't like the PL pick that much.
Yeah, I don't think the PL pick is amazing.
No. Don't think it is.
So.
It's just so like PL is great last pick. Ha, gotcha. You know,
Right.
to begin with, they had answers, and then they had another answer in the form of Timbersaw. And Timbersaw is really good against him. We'll see what happens. PL can always snowball. PL can do PL things for sure.
Mhm.
As always, a ticking time bomb. You get some HP items. You get a defusal, and suddenly you just burn everybody's mana. You can't really do much about it.
Right.
But his early game should be horrendous.
Should be. We'll have to see. I mean, the lanes from the Philippines should be pretty clean with the way that they've been playing recently. I think just coming into an event like this and being in ultra form is as good as it gets, right?
That sounds about right. Yep. Now,
So-
I haven't seen Marcy offlane in a while, so looking forward to see what he's gonna go for. What item, but it's probably just gonna be the Agon stuff, the BKB, the usual, the classic. And let's see if the
Is this-
CK nerf actually did a lot or not.
Is this Twisted Chakram?
Prepare for
Twisted
battle.
For...
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, that is so strong at level 6. I'm surprised Timber's not picked up as much as often.
Why do you actually just get a free chakram? Like when I saw it the first time, I was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. It used to be what? A double. It used to be a level 25, the double Chakram, and now it's level 6.
Yeah, and literally deals the same damage.
Yeah. It's so ridiculous.
It's pretty strong, and he gets mana per destroyed tree. And I don't even want to talk about Timber. The hero's a bastard.
So a little bit of all chatting. There was a good amount of all chatting during the Southeast Asia qualifiers for Elite
30
League too.
seconds to battle.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a-
think I see 8 teams in general that like to all chat each other a lot.
Facts.
Always been that way.
Definitely the facts.
So offlane Pango, usually not a great offlaner, but because it's a PL, you should be able to get away with it, no problem. That's the
The
problem with
battle
PL, you can't really
begins.
treasure anyone.
I guess not, right?
No. There's another stun in 5 seconds.
Oh. I don't know if the dispose is gonna work enough. You still have techies, right? Sticky bomb might slow you down. No, they'll just give up on it. Okay.
Disposed.
Yeah,
Now,
disposed.
Ember
and-
against Timber. It's usually just a trade farm lane until higher levels.
I mean, Timber, what? You get reactive armor, then you're pretty much safe.
We'll see what he wants to do. A lot of Timbers actually don't skill reactive armor anymore.
You could
I like
get
at
one
least like
level,
1 or 2
right?
levels
But,
in it.
I mean, mid, are you really Timber chaining?
I know you just want it for the side lane gangs at some point.
Yeah. I'm not saying go heavy into reactive armor, but
Yeah, I think 1 or 2 levels is what I would do, personally.
Nothing really doing just yet. Sticky bombs just being thrown all over the place. Really got to get a feel for this 5 position techies.
Yeah, usually I see it as a 4. 5 techies is interesting.
You said this lineup was greedy, and maybe they sense that, like, they can be. Because this lineup isn't exactly quick from the side of the Radiant at all.
No, not at all. Marcy is greedy, so is PL. Ember is really the only one that can move early, but the supports aren't really that great at moving. Like you have a Phoenix who's pretty greedy. Snapfire can definitely help you. So I think it will have to be Ember and Snapfire making lots of the plays in the early game at least.
Things staying pretty quiet, which is unheard of in SCA.
Yeah, how's the no first budget?
Although I will say this happened in the TNCX creation games, where there was like a lot of mutual respect going on. So, not surprising.
Yeah, I think over the years also, how do I say this? Initially, SCA was much more volatile and they were a lot more disrespectful, to be frank, but they've really settled down over the years. And usually it's just friendly banter nowadays.
Yeah.
Because like, they've all been in the scene for so long, right? They know each other pretty well. So they're all pretty good friends as well.
Yeah, I would say SCA is pretty tight.
Yeah, 100%. And it's very hard to get into that tightness as an outsider.
But I think with DPC, it made it easier to kind of exist in the way that they do in SCA. If that makes sense.
No, I think I know what you mean. I'm a little bit surprised still by how they laned all this. I feel like Tango and Techie's bottom would have been better. And CK Fuck would have been better top. Let's see if that end up hurting them or not. Wow, he went level 2 in the power cox just to drain the mana. Huh. Interesting skill build. Alright, easy first part on top lane. Marcy generally. Oh, what's he gonna go for? Double bracer into face boots, BKB, Acceptor, action bot lane, Shanks is gonna burn out. This early game is going way better than I thought it would for Malaysia. With their greedy draft, that's exactly what they're looking for. Not at all, no. In fact, looking quite rough for the side lanes right now. I mean, CK is still farming okay, of course, but you really don't want to be giving up those kills for no reason. The bracer meta, man. It is the bracer meta.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah. Yeah. Hawk, interesting. Hawk from a lacerated. Whoa.
Oh. Close.
Oh, cancel the TP.
Very close. Oh.
Not that it matters that much, but
Tell me someone saw that.
Man, 3-0 though, with a 1,000 net worth lead. I mean, this would be a pretty significant upset if the Philippines lose this game with how much we've hyped them up.
yeah, especially with having like a full squad. Ooh, the PL's
Yeah.
in trouble.
And look at these cogs again, man. The bounces are so insane. It really is just nuts how much you're able to just bounce.
Yeah, they're
And
huge.
And if you're able to get around and pull it off without the big cogs radius, that does even more.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like, you get
But I think
bounced
that's
around.
pretty much what most people go for now. That's right, the huge cocks.
Yeah.
What is the other one even? I forgot already.
The other facet.
Oh, hook up. When you,
Yeah, it's
when
like
hook,
you hit an ally. Yeah.
It's such a weird facet. Like, why would you want to encourage hooking an ally?
I think it's more so. I think it's more so if you have like a frontliner who blinks stuns. The AOE of the stun is more, I think, with that one, and it makes it so you are giving more with your hook shot if you hit an ally.
300 radius. I guess it's not tiny. It's not large either. Top lane again.
Right.
Marcy.
CML is just not finding much as this techies.
They might be finding death here.
Yeah, Sunray, but the 2-second stun.
What a range.
Oh, what is that rage? That is some crazy range.
Scatter blast is narrower and longer. Bonus damage and slow when enemies are not in point blank range.
Alt bug.
So the further it is, the more damage it deals now. Damn, no wonder he got blasted like that. But Timber pulling away net worth wise, a farm Timber is so scary in the current Dota game. Whenever I see a farm Timber, I just... It's like a horror movie.
It really is, but right now he just has arcane boots.
Yeah, but his net worth is really high.
Yeah.
Which is always scary. Especially as low HP heroes.
What do you think his build's gonna be, though?
His build, good question. It's probably like the usual Kaya into... Eternal Shroud could be very good this game against the Phoenix.
Right.
But this is one of the games where I actually want the Ember to go for Mage there. It just is really good against Bazaar. And he's having a good lane anyways. Rolling up. Caught the real one.
Oh, actually caught him on the back of it. That's pretty insane. But it doesn't turn into anything.
No, pretty much just rolled against the wall. Lewis is still looking for him though. Ah, the creep
CK's
spotted him.
Oh, almost dead top.
Dire's top tower
Almost
is under
dead.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
But 4-0, not that big of a net worth lead. I think you're fine with where you're at.
Agreed. Now it's time for PL to farm some neutral items.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, PL, see what he gets neutral items wise. Fairy's Trinket for the Timber Saw, that feels even better.
Oh yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower
Best
is
neutral item
under
for him on
attack.
tier 1. Bot tower down, easy peasy.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah,
Radiant's
bot
bottom
tower dead, but top
is
tower's
under
dead.
attack.
So,
it's not dead yet.
exchanging top tier 1?
No, bot tier 1.
Oh, bot tier 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
well,
the trade hasn't happened yet. I mean, it's pretty low.
I thought that
Korea,
trade was going to
Korea.
be for sure, but, what?
Yeah.
Did CML misclick that? And just send it under tower? All right, Lewis
chop,
gets a
chop,
kill. That's going to be Kaya coming in.
And then Tony Shroud, yep. Just the usual stuff. Then after is where it gets interesting. Some people really love early Blink Dagger. Other people like to go Aghanim Scepter. There's lots of different builds here.
Dire's middle tower is under
We'll have
attack.
to see how it goes.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
taking a look is 5-1.
Dire's middle tower
Things
is
are
under
I haven't
pretty-
in already. Do you want to defend this? It looks tough.
They should defend this. I mean, they'll try. But again, just not really catching anything.
Dire's middle
CML
tower has been denied.
Didn't have the best time on his tech just yet. So PL is rushing straight into the axe. It's pretty common nowadays.
Right.
And then probably into the diffusal after that.
Smoke play.
I see the is also an up-and-coming Malaysian carry player. He's been around for a while. Still looking for his big breakthrough. And as we said, you know, a big, strong LAN performance in one of these tournaments could definitely do it.
Yeah, for sure. These are definitely tournaments where you can make a name for yourself. Cogs, Chakram, nothing doing. I mean, they unleashed. This Marcy wants to go in, but they've got the disarm. There's the twisted Chakram, the regular Chakram. And this is an Ember that gets to survive.
This twisted chakram, so it's basically an 8 shape, right?
Yeah. Like an infinity shape.
Yeah. Like a loop sign.
Not getting that kill, though, feels pretty bad. And we've talked about CK not doing that well from behind. But CK is second in the net worth, and even with the little bit of a lead the Radiant have right now, Lewis is going to die, though, and taking out that high net worth hero means Ember pushes to the top.
So CK, though, he's still very farmed himself as well.
But when is the jumping off point here for a bat?
I mean, generally people are looking for the Orchid timings, and then they can start solo killing.
Right.
But this game, that doesn't look that easy, to be honest. The heroes are going to be quite tanky. And he has the fear of playing against PL. Playing against PL as CK is not that fun.
How come?
I don't really have a way to deal with illusions. I mean, neither does he, but he spawns way more of them than you do. So you'll really have to hope for your teammate to do that. Ooh, they're finding the PL here. If that
You have to get him before he
Last track.
doppelgangers, though. Hook shot, doppelganger, outside the cogs. Not looking like it's going to matter. And it won't. CDR going down.
Yeah. Power of Timber.
CDR had a short stint with
Radiant's bottom tower.
which
Was a pretty good
with
team.
what was it?
In
Eho?
China. Was it eHome? It was definitely a very accomplished Chinese team where he was on for a short time and then he kind of faded out again. I feel it happens to quite a lot of players. Where's Ghost nowadays?
Yeah, Ghost kind of fell off the planet.
He's just gone?
It seems like it. I don't know where he's been.
Huh.
Just have not seen anything from Ghost recently.
He's had a great time in was it Azure
You
Ray?
know, Ghost not really finding a team after everything kind of split up.
Yeah. Which is a shame because I felt like he was actually really coming together as a player.
I agree. Definitely agree. He was on Nigma Galaxy for 15 days. That was his most
Oh yeah,
recent
that was the
stint.
last. Yeah. As off lane. I remember that.
And then speaking of Ghost, wasn't Lonely Chucky the GEG carry for Malaysia?
Yeah, that's his brother.
Yeah.
Radiant
That's right.
scanning.
Surprising that we don't see him playing him or Ghost
Dire's
for this
middle
team.
tower is under attack.
I know that he's still playing a lot of Dota. I'm just surprised that I'm not seeing him around, especially in this Malaysian squad.
Right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, very surprising.
IPL now, Axe done. CK almost done with the Orchid, and then he can go on the hunt as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See if they get anything done here mid. Oh, look at Wonder Boy, but turning it. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses. Tino wasting roll.
That's a longer cooldown notice as well. Xiao Yu just finishes BKB. What that
Top lane?
damage, man.
Oh gosh, man.
That was a nice
no-
BKB pickup. Like he kind of hit it in the courier, and it came just as they initiated on him. That's Dota for you, man. A team that just qualified yesterday, today having a hard time. Holy fool.
It's definitely
Nice,
like
bro.
that. And now Holy Fool dies, like you said, and they've got the cogs around this Ember, but Sunray, like, Shanks is the one taking the majority of this damage, and they're going to get another kill.
What
This
does Dota come
Execration
to?
Filipino lineup is losing their hold on this game.
Yeah, they're losing the ground for sure. Maxing power cogs as clockwork and not skilling battery assault highly. That is so interesting.
Definitely.
Because battery assault is basically what it allows you to kill and farm.
Really is just not looking good here at all.
Yeah, Wonder Boy is super farmed. Looking really good for Malaysia right now, to be honest. The early game was supposed to be much harder than it turned out to be. So you already done with the BKB going for the Basher next. So no axe for him. Okay. Interesting. Just going for pure right click. Also no death on him yet. No death on the Ember. Just one death on the PL. They're not really getting high priority targets on XTDN's side. Philippines are struggling a little bit. Our Tino might
Right.
just be dead again.
Oh boy.
Oh, got the roll up. Nice.
Oh. I believe Hookshot just hit into the back of Lewis. Supernova, they have no egg hitters for this. They already lost Shanks, and now they have to run.
And massive damage output. Insane.
Yeah, Unleash is pretty dumb. And they
Damn.
still got the Unleash with the blast off. Oh, BKB Unleash pops off again, which I always find to be a little bit ridiculous. And even with the pullback, they're unable to get that kill on the Marcy, but they did get the kill on the Ember.
Like, he got 100 to 0 in like less than a second.
The duration on the Unleash is just insane.
Yeah, Unleash is definitely one of those spells that I don't know if people sleep on it, but it's ridiculous. The cooldown is so low.
I want to say people weren't sleeping on it, that's for sure. Hook
No
shot,
problem, my friend.
Cogs, Sunray, and they will get that kill on the Zhao Yu.
Why
Searing
are you allowed
Chains,
to
though,
push your
Tino,
cogs like
he's
that?
in. Blastoff comes through. They get the kill onto the Phoenix. And Ember back into this, looking for the kill onto the Pangolier. Sleight of Fist will get that. And, well, now CDR gets CML. They're back into the fight, and it feels like Execration need to leave.
And that they do. Explain to me again, Bika, why are you allowed to kick cocks around as clockwork now?
Because if they... because they're strong by themselves and need to be stronger even more so.
I see. I understand. I understand. Nothing.
Just make clockwork broken. That's it. That's how it
kind of
works
looks
these
so
days.
funky when you shoot a clock around.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. I don't really truly understand it. It seems like it's way too effective.
That's pretty damn good.
CDR. Really farming away. And we talked about Pango being the counter to PL, but Pango doesn't have a lot of farm.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant
And they're roshing, by the way.
Roche should be pretty simple. For them, PL is very good at that, of course. And so is Marcy with the Unleash. Who's she currently sidekick to?
Maybe PL? No,
Doesn't
not
show,
PL. Nobody.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So it's not on anybody yet.
Bodyguard, man. That's a pretty nice ability. So every time the person your bodyguard hits someone, you also hit them.
Yeah.
So you're basically like a melee IO.
Which is nice.
Ah, it's insane. The basher and stuff.
That's why you just need that BKB.
Yeah, you just exist basically.
So no sidekick, but has bodyguard. But this game still even, surprisingly.
Very even, despite the score, yeah. Timbersaw, really rich, going for the Aghanim Scepter next, so he doesn't get blown up. Of course, CK finishes Manta Style as well. Going to Blink next. No BKB on him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
CDR is huge though.
Are fortified.
They haven't been able to find him at all.
Still no defusal. Maybe he won't even go for it at all.
Yeah, I mean, the build is used to be Diffusal Ags, right?
Yeah, oftentimes also Axe into
Radiant's
defusal.
bottom tower is
But
under
the
attack.
mana burn seems pretty substantial in the hero. Kind of poor. Or Lewis.
Unleash,
Tank, right?
hook
That
shot,
tanky?
Supernova, and he's trying to survive. Blast off is in. CML is dead. They lose the Snapfire, and they're going to lose the Phoenix. Eventually, they take out Lewis, but they want to turn this around. They're going to try.
PL. Because it's edge, still don't want to commit on that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, with the bash too.
Yeah. Pango's going to die. Tino's dead. Shanks might be next. And he will be. Just a matter of time. Big win there.
PL is pretty much online at this point, so his teamfight presence is just insanely strong right now. I wonder what item he's going to go for. If he skips Diffusal entirely, or if he still goes back to it for a third item. Nah, he's going for it. Okay, good. I think it's too core to not go for.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Now, CK is running into a little bit of a problem where he can't really deal with the PL by himself.
Yeah. I don't know who you really get out there to, you know, get it going.
It's supposed to be the Timber, but he got taken down so fast. That will all change, though, once he has his Aghanim Scepter. Where he becomes the ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Also taken from Hon Hero, in case you know. You know what hero that is?
No.
His name is
do
More
not.
Axis.
I don't know who that is.
It's literally just a guy with a lot of axes. And his ult is the same thing. He gets his sphere around himself, and the sphere charges up the more heroes are around him, and then it explodes.
Middle tower has fallen.
Okay. Not bad. Not terrible.
And of course, you know, our favorite frog was in the forefront of developing some of those heroes as well. So it makes sense that they come to Dota eventually. His designs and concepts, at least.
I think that it was an original Dota idea.
Maybe. We also got Puppet Master coming, or Ring Master, eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe. If we're lucky.
What was the original date that was set? The first Q of 2024?
Is under attack.
I don't know. I don't think there ever was one.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm disappointed. Well, Tech is
Can be.
goodbye, I guess. You got blown up. Use the BKB for that.
I get that, but Malaysia is really running away with this one. Like, what do the Philippines do to stop this PL?
Well, the counter's now online with the Timber Saw, so hopefully he can do it. The Pangolier is supposed to be really good at it as well. But yeah, CK can't really deal with the PL at all. He has to deal with the rest of the team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's been doing that in fights, but then obviously PL cleans up. So it's been a bit unfortunate for CK overall.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, his game is definitely not too easy.
Is under attack.
Smoke opportunity.
Going straight for an AC on Marcy. Wow. It's going to be very powerful when it comes out.
Yeah, not a bad pickup.
CK ult pop. Just to farm though.
Are scanning.
Shouldn't have been. They were smoked and still looking to fight. It's surprising that they're going to go in on this and they don't have the PL or the CK. I'm surprised they're going forward for this, as it's now CK's come over, but everybody else is leaving. You just unleash, and do you kill this Timber? It's looking like you do. And that
Even
feels...
through that axe.
Yeah, I mean, that felt like, hey, we all want to fight. And then they just chose to, or CK just chose to stay behind.
Yeah, and he used ult to farm, so that was very, what's the word again? Discombobulated.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
You're always welcome.
Always looking to expand on my English vocabulary. We never stop learning. Every day is a school day, as they say.
Certainly
Up
is.
CK ult again, so Yuri has no BKB, or he might just be dead.
Is under attack.
Or Ogre Seal Totem.
Not so good.
3 second stun, still gonna die. But it felt like for a moment maybe they were gonna get away with the Ogre Seal Totem.
That item is ridiculous.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just bounced off, boing, boing. Or Phoenix too?
Yeah, looking
If he
likely.
gets all critted. Ooh, that was close. There's
He's
a couple more crits there.
Still,
Can make it out. Ooh, yeah.
close.
Dire's bottom tower.
I was wondering if he was gonna stay, try and fight, and get baited in that.
I'll trample your bones to dust.
Basically.
You know, I recently realized some Dota heroes are really damn angry and so violent with what they're saying. And CK is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trend, I would say, for demon heroes like CK and Doom.
What's his lore again, Chaos Knight? Is he a demon?
I don't know. I think he's like a demon
Radiant's
of
bottom
chaos.
tower is under attack.
He's a demon of chaos.
I think. I don't truly know. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think he's a part of the same race as Axe.
Yeah, I think so too. But Axe, I mean, we all know how Axe is, but he doesn't seem so violent. You know what I mean? More of a gentleman kind of ogre.
It's honorable.
That's right. He believes in trials by combat.
Radiant are scanning.
Smoke up.
No Phantasm again. They can't fight. He's been using it a lot to farm.
Yeah, just trying to stay ahead, it seems like. Whether or not he actually does so is the question.
Now. His illusions are really strong. They gotta get the jump on him initially, otherwise it's gonna be very, very difficult to deal with him.
If they even can.
Yeah, that's the tough part. My CK also finished his hard, but as I said, it's way easier to deal with the CK than it is to deal with the PL. Way, way, way easier. And that's pre-shard. Once he gets shard, he's also invisible.
Oof.
For some reason.
Yeah. Old PL. They just wanted that back.
Careful, careful. Oh.
They're overclocking.
Do it with flare. That's so annoying.
Radiant's middle
They're
tower
going to try and kill this PL, and I don't truthfully think they have the tools to do so.
If they get a long CK stun and they all have the free time to hit him, they can do it. But I don't think they'll have that time. Also, is bodyguard just not being used, or is there like a tooltip bug?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, it's you use it on them for 6 seconds, so.
Oh, right. Ah, it's not like the other one. Right,
No,
right.
it's not like Sidekick. Oh, God. Going in and just destroying CML. And now the question is, can you do the same thing to Timber? The Unleash just never feeling like it's going to stop. And they rip through Lewis. I don't know. I'm starting to doubt the Philippines winning this game.
I
Heavily.
think you're very well in your right to doubt that. The PS is shredding everything. CK doesn't even find his footing in the fight at all. Timber bought back. If he dies here again, his game is done.
I mean, the buyback might even mean his game is done anyway.
Dire's bottom tower is under
I don't know why he
Yeah,
would
he-
turn back. He's like trying to go in with the help of Shanks, but that feels like such a wildly aggressive move that's going to not get him much. I can't believe they're still
Another
looking to
Phantom
fight.
just to farm.
They're trying to find him on the escape.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good
I mean, they
pick
get, but it's just snap. Like, it's just snap. They need way more than that. PL? PL? Can they get him? Can they even get the Marcy? And rebounds, and now a bat's kind of in. And he doesn't have a lot of
all
mana
by
remaining.
himself.
Yeah.
Looking for damage though.
Is it enough? Right click damage coming in. They finally kill off the Phoenix, and can you get anything more from that? The dispose, the right click, CML is dead. They start to lose heroes again on the side of the Philippines, and they don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, I'm really unsure of what they do to this PL now. He's becoming stronger and stronger. I mean, super, super, super late game. Like, we're talking, again, 50, 60 minutes, like last game. They can definitely deal with them. But Timbersaw will be strong enough, and Tangoli will be strong enough. But until then, it's going to be so difficult. They're going to have an ages to work against again. Unless they're actually trying to fight this.
Dangerous fight. Oh, good shield crash. Honestly, really good shield crash to start off that one, but the PL is not being touched. They TP out. They get the kill onto this Snapfire again. They look for the Phoenix, who TPs in and immediately has to go into the Supernova just to die. Wonderboy wanted to TP out. Tino finally ends up dead. PL gets hit by that blast off, and a lot of damage is being done where they kill off now Shanks. But they've lost the Marcy, and 3 heroes die on the side of Malaysia.
That's the power of a Timber Saw if you can't really touch him. And CK as well finally gets connections on. That's Roshan on the top side. Oh, and he's almost dead. That's a big problem. Aegis Cheese. Nice fight though by the Philippines. This is pretty much the only thing they could have done to sort of stabilize the game. I think if they give this Roche away, the game is just over.
Definitely.
Now PL has to be a little bit more scared because Timbersaw is getting richer. Once his Shiva's guard is out, probably plus 1 item after that, he's really good against the PL. But Shiva's alone will do a lot already against the hard region.
Can they though?
How's Tino looking? 3000 HP on this Timber. Sorry, on the Pangoli as well.
He still dies though so easily.
Yeah, which is very interesting because there's a lot of defensive tools in theory.
Even game overall, which is a bit surprising with PL's game. But CK's starting to get to that point. Kind of wonder what you can do if you're the side of the Radiant. You can get the Marcy even more. I feel like Marcy's definitely your damage dealer in a lot of the fight.
Yeah, it's just very hard to burst it down now. 30 armor and 3k health. Going to nullify next. So the problem as CK now is that you need to kill the Phoenix and the Snap. Otherwise, it causes too many problems for you. But you can't really get on top of them because you also need to kill the Marcy, which is causing too many problems for your teammates. It's like this whole game of rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, it's like a cat and mouse, right? Who's really trying to be the cat?
Yeah. Like CK has to counter this person, right? And PL has to counter this person, and then they have to counter each other. It's like a very intriguing, complex sort of circle of counters. And whichever team can just perform that better, execute that better, gonna end up winning the fight. Shiva's got almost done on Timber. That's a huge one.
CK. Bloodthorn in Arcane Blink, even despite the fact that they nerfed it, is what he's looking for next.
Yeah, I think he wants the mana from it because he's really run out of mana a lot in fights.
Definitely a fair choice.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice as well. Because what CK struggles with the most is mana and mobility, and that kind of gives both to you.
They're starting to pull away, and I think with a 2,000 net worth lead, they're holding onto the Aegis for another 2 minutes. Like PL is just, I don't know what's your next item. You have so much already.
Or it's actually choosing to go overwhelming Blink instead. I like the choice a little bit less, to be honest. But we'll see where it ends up leading. They're smoking down. PL is running away already. I think they sniffed it out. Oh, so you though. You can BKB TP out every time. Ah, what is a clockwork hook potentially?
Would definitely
Man, he's
stop
so
that.
close to death.
Dire are scanning.
He was so close to death the entire time he didn't even know.
Yeah. Never ends up dying though. Push this wave out. Still trying to find a fight to take or a pick off to get.
Everybody portals top. Ooh, Ember has no remnant out right now.
Ember's got a good amount of net worth. It feels like he's not as farmed as I think he is.
What do you mean by that? Like, you mean his impact?
Like, yeah, I guess his item impact in particular.
Yeah, Ember really excels in these super long or drawn fights, but the fights have been ending so fast. Like barely 15, 20 seconds. Ember really wants these like 1 minute fights, slide in, out, maybe region back to base once or twice. Going for Axe next for some more mobility.
He's completely staying quiet though.
Yeah. Might be another 1 hour game, my friend.
Yeah, definitely seems like it. With the way the game is quiet and the age is expired, we'll probably be waiting for the next one, which is potentially 5 minutes away.
You remember all our Arc Warden games in the SEA?
Yes, 23 Savage,
20
Arc Warden, Double
In Your
Divine
Dream.
Rapier. Well, Double Divine Rapier, and he didn't even use any of them.
Yeah. The In Your Dream Terrorblade.
I do remember.
Well, CK is sitting at 5.2k health. No problem. That seems like a normal number.
So 42 minutes in, still farming out. The thing is, if you lose a fight, you lose a lot of your base.
Yeah. I mean, 3k gold lead at this point in the game is really nothing. It's basically non-existent. And it will really just all come down to an initiation that they find on the CK.
Or did he find them with that kind of damage real quick? But the answer is that they did find the CK. They will get that kill. He is dead for 100 seconds, no buyback. Supernova dropped down and keeping the Snapfire alive as they tried to get the damage out there. And this is going to be CML able to disappear and try to TP out, at least for a moment.
No, CK died. Yeah, they couldn't even trade anything for it. He was a little bit up far. That's kind of what happens in slow games like this. You oftentimes forget, you know, how fast you actually die despite you being so insanely tanky. Yeah, the Tormentor is a little bit too much to chew, huh? The Tormentor region is also insane. How much is it at this point? Well, you called for teammates. That's not fair. Marcy, Nullifier, done. Which means no more 4-staff help. Ember, if you want, Agram Scepter, done. More mobility, backline cut.
I'd still like to see this Ags on Marcy.
I love the Axe on Marcy, and I think it's actually too good to not build. But his item build is also very strong.
Yeah, but I think you could build it now, right?
It might be a little late now, perhaps. Maybe just probably more damage for him. Or an Abyssal Blade finish. Probably what he wants. Into like a Swift Blink. SCK is back up.
Yeah, I didn't really pressure enough while he was dead.
Yeah, not at all, really, right? They just went back to farm. Roshan is up. Are they just going to concede that for free? Surely not.
They're in on Roche.
Well, dies fast.
They're going to try. And Mortimer's Kisses. Oh, they got the kill. They actually got the kill with that.
Yeah, CK's Phantasm is also gone, so I think it's a prime position to fight for them still. PL is a god here.
Man, that was a really good get. And Techie's going to die very quickly and buy back even quicker. They're going to try and kill the Timber who eats the cheese, has that Ags charging up. Not looking like that's going to matter. Lewis ends up dead. He's got buyback too as he's dead for 2 minutes. They took out the Snapfire. They'll buy back on Lewis. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of the CK. This fight is falling apart for the side of the Desire. They need to start to leave. The PL is just overwhelming. Tino's gone. He's got buyback. Lewis comes back into it. And I don't know if they have the damage to kill anybody. Here comes a bat, but PL is taking out all his mana and can continue to go with really no remorse. They'll try to get around into the trees. Scatterblast hits from Holy Fool. They kill off CML for the second time. Hookshot trying to maybe come across on CDR. But they get the kill into the Snapfire. They'll still chase. They'll still try to get anything they can onto the PL, who will doppelganger onto the high ground. And isn't awake technically yet. Jetpack does the work. They finally get this Phantom Lancer, and that is 2,000 smackaroos for them.
And game practically being back to even again. No, Sika did not have to buy back. It was the Timber who bought back. But you can see, right? If the Timber gets on top of either PL on his terms, he actually does a lot of damage. So they just got to make sure that happens more frequently and consistently, because he's the only option they really have against him.
Right.
I think Pangria is also starting to build up a little bit. He's getting stronger. But yeah. CK still hits like a truck.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
He does hit like a truck, but this PL does a good amount of damage so quickly that it feels like it's always so close on whether he's going to survive or not.
Yeah, see you in replay here. Mortimer's Kisses got the kill on Roshan, as you said. But that's not the end of the story there. We got the PL just absolutely obliterating Timbersaw. Like, Timbersaw needs to be the one fighting on his terms, as I said. Ooh, Wonder Boy. Big fight.
Remnant away, right? Yeah, surely.
Yeah.
Although, Rebound trying to leave Timber Chain, and maybe they can find somebody. Twisted Chakra misses, and
they're going.
Havoc Hammer to kill creeps. They're still going for more. Supernova, though, is in a really good spot up on the high ground. Fighting this might be a little bit of a mistake, but there isn't much to punish getting this kill on Wonder Boy.
And no buyback on him for 2 minutes on the Ember. He's gone. PL just about to respawn. He alone can't do this. They have no egg. They have no BKB or Master. This might be high ground time. And this might be 2 Rex time. But PL, of course, is a high ground monster. So hard to break through with illusions. So damn hard. If there wasn't a PL, it's probably game over at this point, to be honest.
He's the only one really holding it on for him. Marcy does some good damage, though. At least does some decent damage.
Wait, there we go to Phantasm, but if you don't support them, they die super fast. You gotta support the Idus.
Top tier 3.
You see it, you don't just popped immediately. BKB has already been expanded as well. It's time to get out here.
Top tier 3 gone, and now they'll look to get the Phoenix. Fire Snap Cookie with a Force Staff gets him some distance, but won't keep the Phoenix alive. CDR has got to figure whether or not he can get back into this as the right clicks come through, and down goes CK. Forced to buy back. Timber might be next. Blast Off comes in. They get the kill on Zhao Yu, who's going to buy back there too. PL still rolling for now and able to get back to base, but they lose that Phoenix who just bought back.
Marcy also bought back, but she shouldn't be really getting too much. They got a 1 Rex top, 13k gold lead now suddenly. If only the CK didn't buy back, he of course felt obliged to. You reckon they want to stay around? No Phoenix? They know there's no Phoenix.
They might wait till Roche.
3 minutes until they can spawn. Yeah, you don't want to lose your CK here.
So, 12,000 net worth lead. I mean, you got the CK buyback. You could technically win this one off just that.
Yeah, if he dies again, that's a big problem. But Timbersaw now finally picked up his Hex as well. Very nice health pull of his too, 4444. I think it's very rare to see this kind of number.
Does CK want to commit to this? It just feels so risky, right?
Yeah, you gotta be really careful with your CK here.
Throwing a remnant
they're-
forward. Oh, they want to go for the CK. To the BKB. Good hook shot. Great cogs. Around on 3. They've got the silence. The PL's in trouble. PL's dead. Now PL forced the buyback.
Oh, PL died so fast? What?
Yeah, they had the silence and the hex. They got him in the cogs. They were able to control him up.
It
the way
disappeared in
it-
like a second.
It
Still
went
running.
down.
Make it out as well. Another buyback forced. Ooh, Lewis. They can't lose Lewis here.
He
he's
might,
turning
though.
around.
Turns it, looks for the Marcy. Another great hook shot. That's going to be the control with the cogs. They get the kill on the Marcy. Dead for 2 minutes. And CDR trying to find anything that he can, especially on a bat. He's trying to blow up this egg, and eventually it goes off. It goes off. They got the CK. A bat's dead for 2 minutes. I can't believe it. They're going to lose the clockwork. They're going to lose everything else if they're not too careful. Snapfire sitting low. Lewis trying to survive. 3 seconds till he
There's no
explodes,
buy.
but he might just die. There's the explosion. They get the kill on Lewis. They'll look over at the rest. The blast off is in. CML. He'll fall. Down goes the Snapfire. It's a full team wipe here for the side of Malaysia.
Ooh. Well, yeah, the power of PL, if you can't single them out and burst them straight away, everyone is dead. It shouldn't really result in too much, probably. Maybe a buyback forced, yeah, which of course is always a big problem. But he should be able to defend against the PL. I think, actually, he might not have enough damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, his PL is nasty, man. He's so strong right now.
Dire's middle tower has
Can't be
fallen.
stopped.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rolling Thunder and PL, he said he can't be stopped, but the hook shot's in. I don't know if they have enough. They're trying to hold on for 52 seconds. They're going for the tier 4s. It's a little bit of a risk, and now down at half health. I wonder if he stays. It's backdoor protection now.
They're gonna get at least the Rex, I think.
Dire's middle barracks are under
And they don't.
I don't know. Hook shot again. Jetpack out. Range racks. And they, what? They must have just gotten their glyph back, because if they take that melee racks, they'd have glyph again.
Sounds about right. There's nobody can end this game. Tino, don't own him,
Yeah, Pango dead for 2 minutes now. Supernova pushing them even further away. The tier 4s are getting
no,
low.
going
The
for
tier
barracks.
4s are in trouble. They're going for the throw, but there's another hook shot. They've got everybody here with the Unleashed. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses, and they're going to upset a Filipino team as Malaysia gets the victory. Wow.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we spoke about the reset of the glyph after you kill the barracks, but they're just like, all right, well, we don't need that. We're gonna go for the throne. Nice decision making there. Pretty clean towards the end, honestly. The last 3 minutes, all Malaysia. The way they team fought was very well done.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I took down the Philippines, especially after they're riding a momentum after yesterday.
Yeah, it's crazy that they were riding momentum, and now all of a sudden the Philippines are 1-1. Malaysia's 2-0, and I mean, it is insane. So let's take a look at a little bit of the highlights, because it was another hour game.
But they're in a prime position now, basically, to top the group, right? There's still Myanmar, of course, and Thailand, but I thought, at least in my head, that the Philippines would be the greatest obstacle. That's overcome. Now, I don't want to say it
definitely
guarantees
is.
them a top 2, but it's pretty damn close if they can keep up this kind of Dota.
Yeah, because who else do they have to? They played Cambodia, which seems like is going to be a team that's not going to do as much. Myanmar, I believe, beat Cambodia as well. So now Malaysia's 2-0. Myanmar is 1-0. I mean, the Philippines and Malaysia could just be the 1-2 spot, but there's always going to be that fact that Myanmar can come for it, and I think that you're gonna need to find a way to, I mean, beat the Philippines if you're Myanmar.
I mean, it's possible, right? Myanmar themselves, they're pretty damn strong. Like, it's a fully trained squad. It's a whole team squad, just like the Philippines are. So they definitely have what it takes to also be top of the group. It might still be the two of them. It might be Malaysia. It might be Thailand. I mean, who knows? This group in particular is really strong. Unfortunately for Cambodia, I think they pretty much have no chance against the other 4 giants.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
It's a little too tough, unfortunately. But yeah, top 2 go. Should be pretty interesting now that Malaysia actually beat the Philippines.
Yeah, it really just throws a wrench into the entire group. I don't really know what is to be expected next, truthfully. I mean, I wasn't expecting an upset like that. It was almost as big as the upset if New Zealand had won, but they didn't. So now the biggest upset owned by these qualifiers in the moment is this win over the Philippines. Because this should have been a Filipino squad coming out of what they've been doing that just ran over and won.
Yeah, but there's always also this question mark, right? Like, of course they know these Malaysian players, but they don't know how much they're practicing, what sort of plays that they really play together as a team. I really like what Malaysia did here in general, the way they approach fights. The draft was nice, pretty refreshing. And yeah, Malaysia was definitely a very positive surprise for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Malaysia definitely a positive coming out of this matchup, and another 60-minute game back and forth where you just never know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah, and the seconds now is we talk about it all the time. Split second decision making. Any sort of mistake you make is usually instantly punished by either a death or letting someone else live. Late game mistakes are just brutal. I mean, everybody knows late game Dota is so unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time.
Yeah, it just you let a game go too far and all game plans get thrown out the window. Like, they just do not exist.
That sounds about right, yeah.
You know, I don't really know what some teams expect. It feels like you gotta be doing a little bit better than this to maintain your status in the game. Otherwise, you're going to be giving it up like that, right?
Yeah. If anything, if you're the favorite, you just have been done, of course. You should never really try to let it get to this late game portion even. Because again, at that point, anything can happen. Let's look at this field, eat everybody alive here. It's a good effort by the Philippines to come back from an early big deficit. So that obviously they definitely know what they're doing. It's just ultimately the PL was a little bit too much. They committed this mistake. This mistake here, that was the big one. Committing on the egg, not being able to kill it, and PL is just after destroying you on the sidelines while you're trying to do that.
Yeah, just absolutely just getting destroyed.
I think this is where he ends up getting an ultra kill as well in the PL. Or was it in the base? I think it's this one. Yeah. And then after that, there are no buybacks. No way to fight back. GG.
Yeah. There's nothing that they could have done there, and it's unfortunate. Like, it just ends. They try to hold off, but at the end of the day, you can't hold on at all. So, like, I really don't know what you're thinking if you're the Filipino squad now, right?
Well, they're 1-1, and everything is still in their ballpark, basically, right? Like, if they win every match from now on, they'll still get second. So it's not that they have to hope for anybody else to make mistakes.
Right.
And yeah, if anything, I think there's a wake-up call that really any team here can beat them, that they're not just pushovers. And we'll see how they evolve from here.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the match summary. Who's your standout player here? It's got to be CDR, right?
CDR had an amazing game. It's a little tough to say because I also thought Wonderboy on the Ember played a pretty remarkable game. Xiao Yu had very nice targeting, even though his score lane doesn't necessarily reflect that impact. But yeah, probably CDR. His decision making has been pretty spot on this entire game. Nice performance.
Yeah, 6-3 and 22. Not bad. About 50k hero damage as well, but PL doing 77,000 almost.
Yeah, his damage was absurd. His laning phase was amazing. He's gotten much more to the lane than I thought he would.
Right.
But yeah, well done.
Very much well done.
Now what is it, 2-0, right? Philippines is 1-1.
Yes. So Malaysia's 2-0, Philippines are 1-1. I believe Myanmar are 1-0, and Thailand are 0-1.
And the 0-1. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's just been very, very close coming out of this, and I thought it was going to be not as tight. There are 5 teams, so I don't believe you can have that many tiebreakers. I don't really know. My math isn't that good, but I'm not really too sure.
I think if Philippines win everything from now on, they're still pretty much guaranteed to go through.
Yeah.
And Malaysia needs one more win. 3-2 tiebreakers would happen. I'm also not entirely sure how it works with 5 teams, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. I don't exactly know the math on that.
Yeah, well, we'll let time give us the information.
For sure.
If you don't know, just wait.
Yeah, there's no reason to just guess on this stuff, right? Like, you have the answers. I'm trying to do the math with my calculator here. I don't know. I still don't know.
Nice calculator you got there. I think it's easier to ask Chat GPT, to be honest.
GPT? I was trying to do like the if 5 wins this, that, like the Wolfram Alpha, but it was not giving me the answers that I needed. So, what can you do? But we've got an interview with Ayad from Malaysia. We can ask him a couple questions about what went on, for sure.
Yeah.
So, how's everything? Man, it was a long game, an hour game. Was that what you were expecting going into it?
Yeah, we thought we were gonna leave, but no.
When those games hit like an hour long, is there ever a point where you guys are starting to question everything about the game, where it becomes a little bit distracting with how late the game's gone? You know, such a small thing at the end can kind of just make the difference like that, like not having buyback on one person.
Yeah, I was a bit panicked. But actually, it's fine. We go the late game because our hero is better at the late game, better scaling.
Okay.
How do you like these BO1 scenarios compared to BO3? Like, what is your preference as a player? Do you like BO1s? Do you like BO3s?
I think it depends. BO1 has its advantage, you know. It's like this one. We just win one game and then we continue.
Yeah.
BO2 also has advantage. You know. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I get that. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know, you just beat the Philippines. It puts you in a pretty good spot to go on to the Asian final in Chengdu later in the year. Do you guys, after a match like that, like, what's your confidence levels at?
I don't know. But we try to stay confident. I mean, focus for tomorrow.
Yeah, every match is very important. Like you said, there are advantages to BO1s, but there are their disadvantages. Do you take each BO1 one at a time, or are you thinking about the whole event as a as a whole in general?
I think when it comes to BO1, we just try to go all in on the draft. On the draft.
Leave nothing on the table.
that skill, you know.
Right. Yeah. Like Black said, leave nothing on the table. Before we let you go, take a minute, take 2 minutes, give a little shout out to whoever you want, and say hi to your fans.
Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for the voting. And also shout out to Sidak for making the call. Go for the throne. Yeah.
We'll talk to you hopefully another time after another BO1, but appreciate your time, and we'll see you later.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Yeah.